superhero, or even if I tumble fall, I'm okay. You have that effect on me, but I need you desperately. You know I need you desperately. Brick stone cannot hurt me. Madman around the city go. They attack, I bring them down. I'll make their chances super low. My, pretty neighbor, dimple cheek up face I adore. Wanna be your superhero. Falling for a moment.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's TheoTRADE Chat. It's Don Kaufman here on Thursday morning. Spoos, can you believe this? They're actually down 25 handles. Just wait till the cash open, till the buying actually starts. There is one interesting thing I want to point out in just the next 2 minutes here before the bell goes off. So one of the things that has been the absolute primary driver of markets as of late has actually been options order flow. And, obviously some data came out this morning. And when the data came out, the S&Ps dropped a little bit. Quite frankly, you ain't got an idea of what is about to transpire when the bell actually goes off. So all the moves that we've seen as of late have really happened, okay, when the bell has actually gone off. It's kind of ironic because the exact opposite was true a lot of last year. This year, the options marketplace is just, that is the order flow. We don't have a feel, but I can tell you right now, you look at stuff like Microsoft into the cash open, it's up. Microsoft's up, okay? Apple right now, massively unchanged. You're like, well, why is the Nasdaq down over here? Amazon, okay? Where's Amazon into the cash open? It's higher, okay? Google, basically flat, all right? Meta, flat. Nvidia, all right, you got me there. It's down like a whopping $2. None of these stocks are taking like the hit that is in the S&Ps right now. And I can't stress that enough. You have no clue what this is going to look like to cash open. They can come and bid this market right back. Again, the PPI data, be damned. No one cares. The other interesting thing we're going to show you here after the cash open, PPI data did not really change the outcome of the Fed fund futures, meaning that the PPI data, it didn't change like the fact that, they're going to cut rates, at least not much. Let's come to the cash open. Into the bell we go. The advanced decline line, it's decisively negative. No kidding. S&Ps are down 20. Newsflash. That's what happens when the S&Ps are down. Most of your tech stocks are actually flat to slightly higher into the cash open. That's the exact point I was trying to make here in the pre-market. But I also stated, like, you just don't have a feel like, look, the financials right now, massively unchanged. The energy sector, oh, you got me. It's down 0.4%. None of the moves, though, here, none of the moves that I am looking at right now are what I would term outsized, meaning that none of the order flow has done anything yet. So I'm aware that the S&Ps dropped at one point over 30 handles. Oh, but still my heart. Okay, I'm aware that the Nasdaq was down, like 140. It's great. There's no order flow though that's really played out. To further that, even the S&Ps, they didn't even do 200,000 contracts in the pre-market. I mean, hell, there was more order flow, okay, pretty much in the bond market than there was in the S&Ps. By the way, the bonds had a big reversal. I think this, okay, is a much bigger move than people are giving it credit for, because again, it's indicative of the rates actually going a little bit higher. So you got to be coming into this open a little bit cautious. The ticks are heavily negative. Check that box. The advanced decline line, heavily negative. We're not fully like correlated, but we're damn close. It's got to be dear, right? Yeah. The tech sector, though, okay, tech don't need no PPI. Tech can leave your PPI at home. No one gives a crap. And again, you just, saw the opening tick. Look at this. That's a candle, people. That's the financials. Okay. My, what a large red candle you have. That is, it's quite the move. They were only down 5 cents a second ago, and all of a sudden they dropped by 15 cents. And this is exactly the point that I'm trying to make. Okay. There's no feel in that pre-market. I could tell from when the PPI data came out. Okay. The move was, and I mean, by the way, the PPI data, which we'll talk about in a moment, okay, was pretty shocking. That crap was hot. Okay. I mean, it's hot. It's damn hot. And the volume would just, I mean, it picked up, but it just wasn't there. Oh, come on, man, they're switching my symbols around. Okay. It's my mouse. I have mouse problems. Nevertheless, okay, you got to sit tight a little bit into this open here. I'm not going to try to hop on board and try to short this into the hole. The expected move today is $32. Okay. And we're almost there already. So speaking of expected move, where are we on the week? Okay. You are, well, you hit the upper edge of the expected move yesterday, fading a little bit off of it. The PPI data today, honestly, you knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I didn't expect anything out of it. Okay. But it has sparked a little bit of turbulence in the marketplace. And I do say a little bit because as I'm looking over here, if there's going to be an opportunity, it's probably going to come by means of the Nasdaq. You can actually see Apple has spun around already this morning. Microsoft is seeing a little bit of sell side activity. Amazon, though, pretty much straight up. Okay. Amazon going to be beating the crap out of all the supermarkets. How is this thing not a monopoly yet? Okay. I know other stores still sell stuff. Okay. Onward. So Amazon is what's holding it together right now, specifically inside of tech. Everything else has pretty much seen some sell side activity, and Microsoft is basically flattened out. So there's a lot that's going to play out here into the next few minutes of trade. The S&Ps, okay, are largely uninterrupted. The ticks came out of the gate, though, really negative. They've actually gotten a little bit better, and that advanced decline line hasn't budged. Let's look around at some of the usual suspects. Again, on these Thursday mornings, I have a little bit of a shortened time. Tony Rago will be in here in 25 minutes, and is actually going to be trading some Nasdaq futures with you. Nevertheless, okay, let's talk about a couple of the positions I have on, a few of the things I'm actually looking at here this morning. Okay, and look, just bottom line, let the order flow play out. I'm not by any means today, okay, sitting here and looking to bear up, nothing of the kind. I'm telling you, you don't know, okay, what order flow looks like yet. You just don't know. I mean, you got the volatility up very, very slightly. The vol futures, and these are the ones that count, 15 cents. What the hell is that? It's nothing. 15 cents is absolutely nothing. The VVIX, okay, and the VVIX is interesting because it did hit 100. Now at 100, okay, I pay attention. You have to recognize, you had the VVIX hit 100 this morning. Nobody's done anything. Nothing. I can't remember another time where the VVIX, okay, and again, zoom out for a second, all-time high. I can't remember a time where the VVIX got to 100 when the market was 5 minutes removed from an all-time high. Like literally, you're like 5 minutes goes by and there's an all-time high in the marketplace. The VVIX is actually coming up. So there's, speaking of the VVIX coming up, the financials are ripping back here too. So there's not a sign of blatant volatility, in today's trade. There just isn't. Like, look, the volatility futures are actually down. The Nasdaq, they like me. The Nasdaq don't need no PPI. That's apparently not going to impede upon Nasdaq. Okay, it's just another reason to buy. Nevertheless, the S&Ps is kind of hanging out over here. So I want you to be mindful today, of where the weekly expected move happens to be, which is 64.80. We're basically trading 64.50. So you're 30 handles, 30 S&P handles, okay, off that, which is, it's a sizable move, okay? That's a sizable move. But if we were to rebound today, you're home. I don't want to say that, oh, we're not going to come right back up here. You very well might, okay? But as the financials actually come ripping back, it's crazy. Some really crazy trade in here. But you would need, for 30 handles in the S&Ps, you would need almost all the major tech stocks to have that little bit of a turnaround. And obviously, like Google, it's flat on the day. Meta is flat on the day. You don't read into a $2 move on a $700 product, right? NVIDIA is basically flat on the day. You don't read into that either. So it's still very ambiguous this morning as to how this is actually going to play out. Let's cruise over. I got some really detailed notes for today. As I said, there's a $32 expected move for today, and I think you need to anticipate every ounce of the $32. So the move this morning, okay, and literally, okay, nothing happened overnight. We were completely unchanged. At one point in the evening, I think the S&Ps were like down 10. They were completely flat, right? It is what it is. I almost want to buy an XSP put. I'm going to just look at something really quick. Oh, son of a. I'm moving the screen around a little bit here. Just let me break things for a second. Let's see what the volatility looks like. I don't know if I like it. I don't have to like it. I don't want to like it. I kind of want to do it, but I don't like it. Let's go see what this looks like. Let's go see what this looks like in here. I'm probably going to hate myself for this in the morning. It is the morning. It is the morning. Fire. Oh, really? Seriously? Okay, come on, man. Just fill me already. Yeah. Seriously, still not filling me? We're there. I'm not even going to trade this. I will not pay up for this crap. I might pay up. There we go. There you go. Just working a few things here. This is just a $5 wide put spread. I'm basically buying it for just over $1. See if we actually revert back lower in those S&Ps. That is all. Okay. So it's a 0 DTE trade. Again, I'm trading away from and have been for a while. This is the spread I was doing. I'm trading away from thinkorswim right now. That is the one I just posted in there. It's simply an intraday trade. And I've been doing them in the XSP, okay, just to make it easier for people. So if you don't close it or you fall asleep at the wheel, it's been a big area of contention lately for a lot of clientele. But you have to understand that the XSP, it's a mini SPX, okay? So it's trading mini of where the SPX happens to be trading. It's not the spiders. It's not, okay, anything but a cash settled instrument. My intention here is not necessarily to bear up. What I'm looking at right now that has me actually thinking that the S&Ps are gonna head back down is the bond market. I think that the bond market is really going to start to strike some fear again into the hearts of traders. This is a pretty huge reversal in the bond market. And again, rates are heading a little bit higher, and I'll take that and run with it on an intraday level. The aspect though that's not going in my favor, okay, like volatility, we really need to soar today to make this marketplace, confirm like a little sell side activity. Nevertheless, let me move onward and upward. Okay, so there was literally nothing going on overnight. This stupid thing keeps moving around over here. It's really pissing me off. Okay. There's so many bugs in this platform. I open this up. This thing is like broken. Okay, it's broken. There's broken things all over the platform. Nobody fixes it. It really pisses me off. When nobody fixes stuff, okay, on a platform, it means because everybody that works there doesn't trade. Like if you trade, you actually know what's wrong with your platform. There's nobody trading, and that's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Okay, so S&P is just hanging out. They're down 20. Let me come back to this. So overnight, there's literally nothing going on. I mean, there's like no price action. Wake up this morning, we're massively unchanged. PPI comes out, we drop. If you're kind of curious as to what PPI, because some of you may not necessarily know what this means, producer price, yada, yada, yada. Okay. It came in hot. Like I literally don't even like mentioning this stuff because, to put it quite frankly, nobody really cares. Order flow played out before you ever even saw these numbers. Okay. Unequivocally. Like the market dropped the second it saw the number. And that's it. And this is like algorithms that read news that actually drive, order flow. It dropped. Okay. But what does it really mean? Right. Well, I mean, I think you can say that this is probably inflationary. All right. I think that would be a fair discussion. And okay, so what does that really mean? Well, it would have to translate to here. And here, okay, in the pre-market, we were 96.4%. I'll explain the 96.4. But right now, but still my heart, we're 94.6%. Okay. This is the chances of a September rate cut. Okay. And it's like, my fonts are all blown up to make this easier for everybody to see, but sometimes it makes it a little weird. But look, that's the current rate. Okay. And right here is a 1/4 point drop. Now, you have to recognize that yesterday, okay, literally yesterday, there was almost 100% chance, okay, of a cut. They cut that down, all right, by a whole 5. It was like 99% chance, whatever, at times yesterday. So you can see the chances of a cut have actually come up dramatically. Look, a month ago, it's only like 60%. It was 90%. Now it's a 94%. Oh, now it's a 96%. So the point that I'm trying to make, okay, and it really is a very simple one. By the way, there's people calling right now for a 50 basis point cut. What are these people smoking? Okay. Again, so the PPI comes in hot. There's still so much time between now. I mean, there's a freaking month between now and September. Okay. The Fed date, you ain't got a clue what this is going to look like. And I got to tell you something, I don't think the Fed does either. Okay. And they're not going to be influenced, I don't think, by the administration, but like everybody's pricing in a rate cut, like 100%. Okay. That 100% could turn into 30% like a week from now with more hot data. But this print, okay, of PPI, does it mean anything? No. I mean, it would mean something more a week from now if more data came in that was hot, but I wouldn't read too deeply into it because, quite frankly, like it happened. Okay. It's over. As everybody keeps saying, it's a buying opportunity. Okay, look at this. Every one of your tech stocks now is actually positive on the day, right? Which is, it's wild. Okay, you just can't have. Okay, you just simply cannot have a down day. It really is that wild. And the problem though is you get into this notion of like you can't have a down day, can't have a down day. But unfortunately, this is where retail can systematically get dismantled, and you just be on your game because you're going to have a down day. Okay, it's going to be serious, and when it is, you need to look like if you have bullish positions on, and I've said this since the get-go, your bullish positions, okay, should be spreads in some way, shape, or form. Okay, try to define the risk because where you're trading at in markets, especially with data coming out like PPI, one more data point that's hot could actually send us into a spiral in this marketplace. You don't know what the catalyst is going to be. You just don't know what the catalyst is going to be. But the marketplace in the backdrop, okay, is starting to price in the chances of a catalyst coming are higher. How do you know that? Professionals are buying hedges in VIX right now. So we'll cruise over to VIX. VIX is up nominally. Who the hell cares where VIX is? Okay, it's the volatility futures that really make the difference. Oh, come on, man, give me order flow. Give me order flow. Yeah, there's action inside of VIX today. There's no question there's some action in VIX today. It's only, you're like, oh, it's only traded 26,000 contracts. That's actually fairly high though for 15 minutes into a trading session. Okay, on a Thursday morning. Again, this trading session, this is all tech all the time. Nothing else is participating right now other than tech. The advanced decline line sucks. Okay, but it doesn't matter if tech runs, tech runs. Okay, being down 100 over here literally was looked at like as a buying opportunity, which is, as I said, you won't see the risk that's right in front of you till it actually hits you right in the face. Use spreads. I'm not saying don't be bullish. I'm not saying that. I'm saying use spreads because running head on into this right now can be, I mean, there can be some sheer stupidity out there, and that's likely coming. That's not going to be good though. So you'll get a day where the S&Ps are down. It's going to be the following days after that where things are going to get wild. And you will go from a marketplace that looks impenetrable to wild in 2 days. And you know, 1 day of sell side activity, by the way, never makes a sell off ever. Okay, but I will explain this. Okay, you've had little ripples of volatility ever since right here. Okay, it's a big sell off. We rallied literally right back. Okay, there's like these ripples of volatility hitting the marketplace ever since. That is likely because we had, you know, VVIX spike, we had volatility fly in short order. Okay, and again, the memory for this marketplace feels like it's like 5 minutes. You're like, that didn't happen, but in seriousness, like PPI by itself didn't mean anything. Speaking of PPI, didn't mean anything. Back over to the calendar here. Oh, come on. Oh, I reset everything on my platform. Excuse me. Excuse me while I have to delete everything out of here. Okay. Excuse me. It's a good thing, you know, it's a good thing I know how to use this thing. This thing being thinkorswim. Okay. I might be the one of the only ones left. Okay. Maybe myself, Bierman. Like how many people really knew how the platform worked? Okay. That are still actually using it on it. There's only handfuls of us, I tell you. Maybe Sosnoff, think he's still actually trading on here. Don't tell anybody. I have no idea if he's still trading on here. I would doubt that. And if he is, we'll never know about it. Okay. Okay. Phil actually knows. Okay. Phil. Phil, can we trust that? Can we trust that as an answer, Phil? Phil might know how the active trader works. Okay. Cindy. Oh yeah, Cindy fell off the face of the earth, never to be heard from again. It's weird. Okay. When I left TD Ameritrade, that group kind of went and kind of got scattered and so forth. But wasn't long thereafter, a lot of people like, I mean, it was after those 5-year contracts were up, everybody was getting out. It was crazy, just crazy. So today, okay, I'm just showing you today. There's nothing else to really influence today other than, you know, exogenous events. On Friday here, okay, on Friday, yeah, there's some more data. Okay, manufacturing sales and some retail sales. So there's some more numbers and consumer sentiment. Okay, consumer sentiment's probably spectacular because everybody doing this is a couple of college kids. I'm just going to leave that one alone today. It's my favorite consumer sentiment indicator. Okay, they literally. By the way, I love to mention this, especially for those of you that are look at this. The Nasdaq is now positive on the day. Just a few minutes. Don't worry. Okay, they'll buy it back up. Oh, are we seriously Wolverines? Are you a Wolverine? Okay, freaking Michigan people never stop. Okay, they never stop. So there's University of Michigan, which my wife actually went to University of Michigan. But here's the best part. I think she graduated Michigan State. Who does that? Like, who leaves U of M to go to Michigan State? She was like, it's cheaper and I don't really care. I have a degree. Yes, and it is a Red Dawn day. And you have to look at the original Red Dawn movie, which was back in like the early 80s, like, 84, like the Patrick Swayze version, because they redid that movie and it sucked. I tell you, it absolutely sucked. Okay. At least the premise of the original Red Dawn movie made sense. Okay. It did for the time, the 1980s. All right. The original was by far the best. I just watched that again recently. My kids are like, what the hell, man? They're like, the 80s was a weird time. Come on. Okay. I think one of them left when the kid got up there and started peeing in the radiator. That was it, man. He was out. He's like, it's a very weird time. I'm like, but if you had no water, like he didn't understand it. I'm gonna leave this one alone. But the University of Michigan, like a consumer sentiment survey, and I'm not ripping on the University of Michigan, not yet. Okay, give it time. They literally call 420 people. Okay. And the final estimates, okay, are based on about 600 respondents. Like there isn't anything even definitive in here. It is the dumbest survey ever. It is a survey. So no one gives a damn if anybody actually did anything for real. They just basically get on the phone. They go, what you think? And you go, I think the economy sucks. And they go, good enough for me. I mean, that's how this crap works. Okay. And we take these as economic indicators moving trillions of dollars of liquidity. A lot. We've seen this indicator move the markets a lot. It is possibly the dumbest thing. Okay. Just from from Billy Madison. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Okay. Everyone in this room is dumber for having heard that. That's how I feel about the consumer sentiment survey. All right, continuing on, there are some other data points though coming out. Okay. Mark my words when I say this though. The data points haven't meant a damn thing recently. They just haven't. All we've been like focused on right now is just some Fed speak and so forth. And, all of a sudden the employment situation came out and, oh, it was a little bit soft, but still my heart. Inflation doesn't look like it's dead. And by the way, the PPI, okay, services is what was hot, which has nothing to do with tariffs. I don't know how you make the argument for a rate cut. By the way, I'm not here to look, cutting rates helps us all, right? Lower interest rates. I'm not really paying any interest on anything, but whatever. Lower rates helps us all. Okay. I'm telling you, they cut right now, could overheat the economy again, have more inflation. But the one thing, paying 2.7% more, year over year, sucks. Absolutely sucks. Okay. I'm done. I'm going to be okay. Let me just continue along my way. Let's cruise over and look at Mo. Okay. So this was almost like an unfortunate incident, but I put the trade on and took it back off yesterday, like 90 minutes. Okay. I have never, I've never had one that I put on here and took off here. Okay. You had plenty of time to be able to get out of it, but I've just never had the occurrence where 90 minutes later, you could move by 30%. I am well aware that only, I would say, about 30% of the contracts got filled that people wanted to get filled. So I apologize. Okay. What happened is we traded, it dropped. It happens. Okay. It's a marketplace. There's nothing I can do. Only about 30%, though, in my estimation, of people that wanted to get filled did get filled. I got filled. And quite frankly, okay, I was kind of even slow getting filled. It was a little harder to get out, though. Okay. And that's okay. So if you miss the alert, it's okay. Like, we're gonna find more. It's all gonna be all right. So don't send hate email. And if you do send hate email, let's just send that over to Todd Sweet. Send it directly to Todd. Okay. I did not see it. Okay. Todd's like, what the hell, man? I just wake up and, he beats on me every single day. Every single day. Todd, I just want to make sure you're, You're loved, man. You're loved. Okay. Love to make sure that he answers a couple emails out there. Ticks are actually pretty moderate right now, and the advanced decline line has only moved nominally. This is a tech rally and nothing more. Okay. In fact, the energy sector, a little bit of sell side activity. The financials, okay, are largely unchanged on the day. Okay, and it's sloptastic. Let's go look at the trade du jour, which is right here in Deer. It's a $31 move. So when you look at a $31 move, everybody's like, oh, it's a huge move. Okay, first of all, it's way off the lows. This thing was actually trading 72. It's now at 82. It's $10 off the low. Hold on there, cowboy. It had a $25 expected move that was implied. Okay. It hasn't, hold on, Deer hasn't even had its conference call yet. So before you get all hopped up that this is a big move in Deer, where the hell are you looking? This thing's coming home. It's going to move right to the lower edge of the expected move. We're going to be able to say it's going to come right back up here. We're going to be say, oh, look, it did exactly what it was supposed to, because I can't stand all the rhetoric around the marketplace. Okay, that stuff, it just pisses me off to no end. Maybe in the conference call, okay, something happens. But for right now, for all argument's sake, it is moving right towards what was expected. This, okay, would be a trade opportunity if there wasn't a damn conference call. Okay, the trade opportunity is to actually ride the pony right into the expected move. There's a class on that. If you haven't watched the class, okay, it's like a day after earnings class where you just ride the pony, okay, right into the expected move. And I really love that strategy. Like, love it. In any regard, there's a conference call though, and you got to be a little careful in here. But it does appear that Deer is going to kind of ebb right into the edge of the expected move, which is somewhere in this neighborhood here, like just where my mouse is right there, like, 80, 87, 88, okay, 220, 221, whatever it takes. So Deer is the trade du jour, but literally, there's just not a lot going on in there. It's like it's overblown, and obviously it's moving Caterpillar to some extent, right? So Caterpillar was getting smoked in the pre-market. Oh, I'm sorry, it's now massively unchanged. Okay, all right. Which do you like? Are you a Caterpillar person or are you a Deer person? Huh? Caterpillar or Deer? Oh, come on, you got to be one. Okay, you got to be one. Um, Yeah, I'm not much of a horse fan. Okay. I will pet the horse, I will feed the horse. I ain't riding no damn horse. Okay. The last time I actually rode a horse, okay, it was like 20 years ago. There was a girlfriend, it was in Mexico, and the horse turned around and kept trying to bite me, and it was just bareback. And I've ridden a lot earlier in life, and I was like kicking the horse's head. I'm like, turn around, you know, and if you know anything about horses, like kicking their head just makes them do it more. He was trying to bite me, okay, showing me his teeth. I had a pissed off horse the entire time. So literally for 2 hours on a bareback horse, okay, I was like holding his head and so forth. And it was a constant struggle. That was my last ride of the horse. Okay. I mean, the horse is like, I mean, it's just like a moody little bastard. Okay. It's like dealing with like Jeff Bierman on a day-to-day basis. Holy crap. It is. It is like dealing with him. Okay. Horses are intuitive. Okay. What was the intuition? Get this thing off of me. Okay. A small, but I'd be heavy. It's like a lead weight on the back of that thing. A small, but a heavy. Yeah, that okay. I did not abuse the horse. Actually, the guy that was taking us on the tour, he's like, yeah, just give him a good kick. He's going over like whacking the horse. I'm like, yeah, whack him, make him more pissed off at me. Okay. I mean, trying to get something off your back, he could have shaken me off at any time. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to bite me. Horses are amazing animals. Not the answer I was looking for. I said, I will feed it. Okay. I will feed it. I will pet it. Okay. I'm not riding one of those things. Me and horses they're done. Okay. We're done. We're done with that conversation as well, as Tony Rago is actually coming on over here. So he has no idea what he's actually coming on into here. Discussion of the horse. By the way, Caterpillar is now up on the day. Just want to make that point. So, Tony, how you doing? We're talking about horses over here. The last one I tried to ride tried to bite me, and it's been about 20 years, and I'm not getting on one anymore. I have no idea how we even got on that topic, but that's all right. Oh, we were talking about deer and caterpillar, and
Deer and caterpillar and
and something.
horses.
Okay, yeah, we were talking about like, are you a deer or caterpillar person? So I have the caterpillar shirt from Costco. I do, but I will tell you, one of my generators on the island is deer. Okay, that thing is awesome too. It,
Nothing runs like a deer.
that thing is awesome. It's look at this. The S&P is coming back. So in today's tape, I am a little bit thrown off because I would anticipate that the S&Ps can't go positive with the bonds starting to break lower. Like even though the bonds are towards some of the recent highs that they've had, a threat of the bonds going lower, even nominally lower, is a big freaking threat because it would be in the face of the idea of an interest rate cut. Like I think we're going to see steepening of the curve. I think we're going to see like, hey, they want to cut Fed fund futures. Okay, go ahead, go right ahead and cut those Fed fund futures. Meanwhile, okay, in the longer duration stuff, like the 10-year, I think the 10-year is going right back to 4.5%. I don't think people are going to like it. I think this to me, okay, will be what actually freaks the market out. This will be, the straw that breaks the horse's back. I'm changing it. I don't care because it's a damn horse. Okay, it tried to bite me. It did. I was talking about riding bareback. It was down in Cabo. Okay, I had a girlfriend like 20 years ago. I had to take her horseback riding. Oh, God, the things I had to do. Okay, no, nobody wants to get on a horse for like 2 hours on a beach. Okay, it's not a good thing. And there was no saddle. It's just sweating on me. It's disgusting.
Yikes. That is not a good visual, Don.
It was disgusting, I tell you. I know. Sorry, it's the first time I've thought about that, probably in like 20 years. The mind wanders in the morning. Just keep caffeinating me. That'll help the situation.
Yeah.
You played 9 holes of golf at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday?
5 o'clock. Yep. I've got a little 9-hole league. It's called Spark Golf. So it takes off at like 5:15.
Is it a full-size course? You pitch and putt like on a 3?
Oh no. Yeah, it's a full course.
Oh, cool. So I like up in Flagstaff, they're about to build like a par 3. They have like, this huge championship, course. But they're going to build like a par 3 course. I love that idea. I love that. I don't want to like go out like and actually try to swing the club for like literally like 3.5 hours. That's too much. It's too much for me. Okay. But the little par 3s over there, that's awesome. Every single time you get it, close to the hole. Okay. I love that. Okay. I'm just bringing the 9 and a 9-iron and my putter. I'm about that.
They have they have a killer, fully lit, decent course in Scottsdale.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, but I'm not going out here. I wouldn't even go out here at night. It's ridiculous right now. I mean, now also it started raining a little bit yesterday, so now we have a little bit of humidity, and it's going to be 107 degrees. Thanks. No, thanks.
Oh yeah.
Dust storms and crap this time of the year. Well, I absolutely I've been here for about 10 days. I've been back for 10 days. I'm gone. I'm going to Flagstaff Friday. What's tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow, Friday. I'm going to go up to Flagstaff tomorrow afternoon because I don't like it here. I don't have to like it here. Okay. I don't even want to like it here. S&Ps right now are down some 9. Catch anything inside of Nasdaq this morning in the rip? I mean, because there's no opportunity here, no back through.
Not much. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of betting on the Bears to do something there, and they weren't able to do anything. So.
Yeah, no, I took that shot this morning too in the XSP, and man, it's still though it's kind of a mixed bag of goods because Apple turned around a little bit, Google, okay, they were kind of waffling back and forth. The one thing that I've reiterated to everybody, and they my parting words over here, the market right now, the order flow is being driven by the options. Nothing is determined until the cash open right now. Nothing. There's no movement overnight. Hasn't been. It's actually the exact opposite. You remember like last year, all the moves were happening like overnight. Like literally last year, like, oh, the S&P's moved 50 points overnight. and you just opened and that was it. It was like chicken was
Yep.
done. Now nothing happens until the market's open. And the order flow is kind of dictating, like the options order flow is dictating everything. Like we put that trade into Altria Group yesterday. That crap was moving the markets. It was all kinds of chaos in there. Yeah, nothing definitive in here other than the advanced decline line is negative. The ticks, okay, are basically flat. It's a slop fest out there. We are still a stone's throw off the upper edge
Yep.
of the expected move. Be mindful, it's 46.80. And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to turn it over to Tony Rago for the next 50 minutes or so. I gotta go. I got things to do, people to see. I got a megala mastermind coming up here.
A mega mastermind.
Megala. I like to call it that. You know, it was a megala horse as well. Have at it, man.
All right, sounds good. How's it going, everybody? How are we doing this morning? So we got some econ this morning, pre-market PPI kind of spooked the tape. I think it kind of caught it by surprise a little bit. As you can see right now, all we're doing is kind of chopping around.